Good evening, Royals. Welcome back. Hope you had a good weekend and a great start to your week. We'll jump right in today's topics, but before we do, let me tell y'all, don't waste money, okay? When you're over shopper and you buy too much stuff, you don't think about the stuff might not be good no more. Crayon case, Exhibit A, Exhibit B, Exhibit C, and Exhibit D. I can't use any of these colors because let me show y'all what they did. So just so you know, if you try to buy these colors, they should start telling us what the shelf life is, huh, Ro?
Oh yeah,
Let me show you what happened.
it's dry. How long have you had them though?
Dry as my bank account. Child, I don't remember. I don't remember. So I think they should still tell us what the shelf life is. Let me tell you, because I have had some Mac ones that I've had for years and I use them maybe because I keep using them. Maybe if you don't use them and they sit, that could be it. Because
Yeah,
let me
that
tell
could
you,
be it.
that could be it, right? Okay. So just to be fair, because we are fair over here, let me show you this. Like this one is the Jawbreaker one. So I opened these. Remember last week when I showed you all the things I had on the desk? But this one is still good. So my guess is these ones are not good to keep forever. But I know I bought these ones maybe a little bit after, and I opened them all and they're still good. So that is my shopper's tip for today. This is not sponsored. I pay for all this shit. Rose, how are you feeling today?
I'm okay. I could have went. Sometimes I just be wanting to go to sleep like at 7 o'clock.
Isn't that like crazy? On the days where we have shows, I be so tired an hour before,
Mhm.
like delirious tired, like Lord Jesus, just give me the strength to keep going. Any other day, y'all know I'll be up 2, 3 days. Mm. Well, what'd y'all do over the weekend? I saw you posted some stuff from you and Mir.
We went to a pumpkin patch at this ranch.
Oh,
It was
oh,
a school picnic. It was nice, and they had fun. I don't know. Again, I think teachers should get raises. It was three bus full of kindergartners, three long buses of kindergartners,
not 3 long buses.
three long buses. So that let you know how many kindergartners was there.
That's why I'm like, not 3 long buses.
Three long buses of kindergartners, and they were wow. I was telling my sister, I was like, "Do y'all remember that video? It was on Instagram, and that man, he was like at the fair or something, and
Mhm.
he was just looking at different scenarios. Every time he turned around, he'd be like, and somebody be doing something crazy, he'd turn around another way. Somebody be doing it. That's what I felt like watching them kindergartners. I was like, I
So
don't know,
let me say this.
I don't know how they do it.
My unpopular opinion is I don't think that they should get paid more
Wow.
because let me tell you why. Let me tell you why. We all pick our careers and we know what they pay. It's very unfortunate um, because they could teach at other schools. Other schools do get paid more. Other type of students, other type like continuation schools get paid more. If you want, because once you get your education degree, you could do it anywhere. You get paid more to teach in
But I
prison.
feel like, okay, yeah, they probably do get paid more, but then who's going to work at the regular public schools? Like, they still need to
Oh,
pay
I
those.
agree.
Yeah, they still need to pay teachers more to like they're teaching our future. It's no way that they should be getting paid what they do. I feel like they should be getting paid like NBA athletes.
Well,
So,
here's why I say, well, everybody first, let me say this before y'all come for me. I come from a space of HR. So in HR, you get paid less than other positions. In nonprofits, you get paid less in other positions. You can take your craft and put it in the place where you want to get paid, but you know, going in, that's why passion is so important. And they say, follow what you love, because you know that if you're a preschool teacher, something like that, the pay is not, you're not going to be living some amazing life. You're probably one of those people that's more of a servant leader. So you love teaching more than that, or you do something to subsidize your income or something like that. But those are publicly funded things. And so the reality is,
They should still get paid more. I just think that that's a job they should get paid more. Yeah, they know what they getting themselves into, and they probably some teachers are doing it because they love it, but they still should get paid more. Like at the end of the day, they are teaching our future. So that
so
was fun.
do you think that if do you think that if, because here's the part that some things don't tell you, their benefits are way different than everybody else's benefits. Just like military, you get paid based on a grade because you have all these other benefits. There are benefits that teachers get that we don't get. So do you think that if they were offered the opportunity, that more would say things like, I don't want the assistance that you give me to buy a house, or that discount, examples, these are examples, or I wouldn't mind working regular every day of the year like everybody else. Do you think that they would give those things back to get more money? Because remember, they also don't work full time all year.
Yeah,
They
they.
have summer
I
off, holidays off, the
to
perks.
ask a teacher that I don't know. I have no idea. That's a good question. I don't know.
And that's why, so that, to close that up, that's why I say I don't think they should get paid more, because it's certain things that they get. So if you're willing to give those things back, then, maybe you would get paid more, because you would get paid during the summer, whereas they don't. And
Yeah,
that can, so
they're all.
their income, when we look at it on paper, we're thinking, I could never, but we also don't have the summer off, holidays off, spring break off. Those off days are extracted out of that salary. When you stretch it among that, it's a little bit different. So I was just wondering that, if I wonder if they would, or
Yeah,
if they
that's
gave me an opportunity.
a good, yeah. So we went there, and then on Saturday we went to like a trick or trunk. You know when they set the
Trunk
cars
or
out.
treat, like
Yeah,
at Abundant Living.
yeah. We
Okay.
went to one of those. So he had a nice little weekend.
Nice, 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 nice. So I do think that teachers need way more respect. They need way more participation from the parents, because
Hmm.
your education does not stop in the schools. The schools are not responsible for raising up your children. The schools are not, but they have them a lot of the time. So if you're not reinforcing certain things when they get home, you are making it a lot more difficult. Allow people to do what they love. They're with your children. They got into this because they love it. A parent can make them hate their job,
Yeah.
and that I
A lot of
don't.
parents, and some teachers said that that's what it is. It's the parents now. Like some of them, like it's the students, but it's also the parents now because they feel like if you the teacher, it's your job to do X, Y, and Z. So
Right. And I think, if you want to be realistic, I think that that's where their true being upset comes from, because they are thinking, I don't get paid enough for this, because they're not just the teacher. They become the disciplinarian, the punching bag, the being abused by the parents, and all of these things. So to be fair, it's a lot in what we say that's not being said. I think that they're fine with their pay. Of course, everybody would love more, but I mean, when you get to stressing people out and all of that, like,
yeah, I couldn't do it. That's why that ain't my specialty. I would be
uh,
stressed.
it's not my ministry either, bro.
It's not. I was like, I'm here for my son, and I can't deal with the other kids.
Right, right. So, and people used to think I was crazy when I would say, I don't like kids. I like my kids. There's a difference, because, baby, I could not do that. But
No,
it's a
but
lot of people that
teacher,
couldn't do what I could.
Amir's teacher, she wasn't playing no games. They only
Really?
had room for like 4 parents each class or whatever. So when I went to his parent teacher conference, she was like, "Oh, Rashonda, are you coming to the field trip to the pumpkin patch?" I was like, "No, it wasn't no more room left." She was like, "It doesn't matter. You could just meet us there." Like,
She's like, we need all the parents.
yeah, like girl, when his class, I think it was probably like 10 parents that came. She already his class had the most. Like it was only a few students that did not have their parents there.
Oh, I think that's good. Did you guys take pictures? Y'all know we didn't got off track, but I love this kind of stuff. Did y'all get to take pictures with everybody? I know you can't post them, but
Yeah, I took pictures with some of the kids that act right, or when I was sitting by and one of the little boys was like, take a picture with me. So
Oh,
okay.
okay.
But they had fun, so that was all that counts. They had a lot of fun.
Good. I saw Mirror Bear on the train, and he loves
Yeah,
trains. So
he didn't want to get off, girl. I'm like, you have to take turns. And even the teacher said he knows right from wrong. It's just that he doesn't want to do it. Cause I'm like, Amir, and he was like, Mommy, we have to take turns. Other people has to go. Then I can go back. And I was like, right. So come on and get off.
Mirror's the baby Einstein to me. I don't care because he articulates and tell you everything and be like, and go straight and do the opposite. Like, I
Right.
heard you.
And I
Please
know what
don't repeat yourself. I
yeah.
understood it. I'm not doing that. I don't want to do that. He at least he saved you some time. You don't have to wonder if he knows.
Yeah, that's true. Look, I'm
I
like,
love kids. So let's get right into the topic. Y'all love on your kids. Life is short and you only have a little bit of time to spend with them. If you stay in the state of California, I don't know about other states, but you guys get 40 hours a year to spend with your children however you want, last minute, pre-planned. We as the employer cannot tell you no. The only thing is it is not paid. So those are hours that you have. You have to use your hours that you have for the pay part. But in relation to your children, if you can afford it, it is worth it
I
to
think it
spend
is worth it too. That's what I said whenever I had a child. I said that I wanted to make sure I was there for all these little moments like this because once they grow up, that's it. So I try to be at most of his stuff.
And parents love that. I can remember being super excited when my mom would show up for a field trip or anybody. You want your person there. It's really nice. So let me play this clip. This is something that I saw earlier, and it was, of course, somebody going on the Kendra show. I don't know why people go on some of these shows. And maybe it's just me. I think you should present your best self. That doesn't mean makeup and all that other stuff, but I think that according to what is about to come out of your mouth, you should present your best self. So I will show the clip and then I'll get your response and then I'll tell you guys what most of the comments said. And I'll leave it at that. So I will play it. StreamYard has been acting right today. Internet gods, do your thing.
What kind of man you looking for?
I don't date potential. So if you haven't figured life out by this point, I'm not the girl for you. I'm not going to help you build. I'm not going to help you become established. Come with something because I'm coming with something.
Okay. What about money? Should you make a certain amount of money?
At least 6 figures. He needs to be equally yoked. I'm a vice president. I have 4 degrees. So if that gives you any indication of where I sit.
Let's do the Kendra Cam. Okay.
She doesn't want to build a man or help a man build himself up. Well, ma'am, if we go by your standard, a high value man is not trying to come in and be your personal trainer. You should already come fit, feminine, and friendly. A 6-figure man who's figured out life and gone through all of the trials and tribulations and passed all of the tests that life gives. It's not going to want a 39-year-old overweight single mom.
Well. So, what is your feedback, Rose? Or do you want me to tell you what was in the comments? Or can you guess what was in the comments? We can't hear you. You're on mute. I can't take you off.
That he was right. Like I can understand what she was saying wholeheartedly. I can understand her. But when you have all those high expectations, you like he said, they don't want nobody that's not in shape and all that too. Like you have to settle in some kind of way. Like that's how I feel. But I understood her side, but I understood his side too. What did they say in the comments? Because I know they was really just going in on her. So what did they say?
What do you think the top thing they went in on?
Her body.
Yep. Here's the thing. Just like we did on the Thursday show, where that man was saying, we want natural, we want this, and we want that. And as the resident chubby girl, I said that is the complete untruth in what people say. However, I've never had a problem dating anybody. That hasn't been my experience. And the men I date are handsome, and the man I'm married to is handsome. So no, I haven't. My husband earns 6 figures. Do he got it all together? with the grace of God, we're going to get there. I don't think no man have it all together.
I
So
don't either.
that was the only part that stuck out for him with me, is that he was like a man that been through everything and got it together. That man don't exist either. But for her, my initial thing was, again, when you are going to present something and say that you don't want to fix her upper, basically what she was saying, you don't want to fix her upper. I think it's a way to present it that is friendly, and that was not friendly. I think that you called into that show, so at the very least, you should have had on a better outfit, because you know you're going to do your Kendra cam.
She should have looked up to par. Like,
You
she
should have
should
looked up to par, and you looked like you just ran in from the warehouse.
Yeah, you shouldn't. You didn't have to have on makeup down and all that, but
No.
at least look presentable. Like,
Correct,
you look
especially
like
with
you
what you're
just
about to
came
say.
from. Well, I can't even say
A warehouse. She looks like she works in a warehouse. You know, she has on the new yoga pants or whatever. That's fine, but it's not complimentary to your shape. I think that she didn't present her best self, not to be talking like that and leading with, I have 4 degrees and I'm a VP, so that tells you what chair I sit in. That don't mean shit neither. I own a company and I'm a president. I'm not a millionaire, and that doesn't make me. That's not who I am when I'm at home. Those are the things that I do so I can provide a lifestyle, be a partner, be a contributor, help with my family. All of those things are so I can help my family, but it's not who I am. And so what she was saying is basically she wants what she feels is her equal. But if she truly got her equal, then she would get somebody like a plumber who doesn't take care of themselves that makes 6 figures. Because if it's according to what she looks like, she would get somebody like a mechanic who don't give a shit. When they get off work, they just gonna drink a beer. Because to me, it sounds like she want more money, more, and maybe a title. Maybe a title, but she's not gonna get the title she's looking for, because when I get ready to step out with my girl needs to look right. If I'm walking into a corporate function or a function of substance, you have to look presentable, even when we just wear our sweatsuits, Ro. We still look our best, even if we just run into the store to run errands. Tonight, I need my hair redone. So I made sure that I wore a wrap. Like, it's so many ways as a woman that you can soften yourself. She could have said it different. She sounds very much like the men that kind of attack to me. You could say your preference, but why you got to put the other side down? So that's kind of what I got from her. Like, I have 4 degrees in that. And so you got those for yourself. Like, there's plenty of people with huge roles that don't have a degree. That was probably not what I would have led with. I wouldn't have led with that. Not on the you got to know what shows you're going on. That's like going on Kevin Samuels or Kendra's show. They're gonna eat you up.
Yeah,
But
to me, she the girl Kevin Samuel to me.
She has become that.
Mm-hmm.
She has become that. So I just wanted to show that, to show there are some women that's the example of what Kevin Samuels was talking about, and I don't disagree. I don't, because you called to that show. You couldn't at least, where was your sparkle and pizzazz? And on a last note, I think it's a double standard to not want to date women with children when those women have fathers, and those fathers going to make whole new families and more babies. But you won't date a woman who have kids, but you create a woman who have kids, not a wife who have kids. I don't really think that's fair. That's just me. So, in other news, y'all know that Jasmine I told y'all about, and I said she always up to some shit. Now she done tried to come for Mendices. I told you, Ro. So, something I didn't notice though, Rose, she has had her body done. And I think that's what has changed her attitude. So let me show you the first video that I was telling you about when she first tracked down Rasheeda. And then I'll play the other videos.
Wait, before you do that, because you know I don't watch Love and Hip Hop. Is this the girl that has a baby by Kirk? Oh, okay.
We are only commenting on Mistress expectations. not what Rasheeda should say to Kirk. Let's go. Let me play it for y'all. Y'all ready?
Why are you here?
I kind of felt the need to talk to Rasheeda real quick, if we could chop it up.
First, I'm confused on why Jasmine's here. Then I'm confused on her walking in with Tiara. Like, what the that about? But like, what's the point? What do you want? Why are you here?
You haven't took it upon yourself to do what you was supposed to do as a father to our son.
You know what? You can go sit down. You can go sit down.
Rasheeda, you are such a lady. Because I would have killed that bitch.
I really don't have to say to this chick. But since she just keeps popping up, I guess I might as well deal with this once and for all. But she better remember, we in a room full of my peoples that will ride for me if necessary. I don't even need no help, though. I got this.
What is it? What do you want to talk about?
I just wanted the chance to finally get to apologize to you formally. I've tried to write you. I've tried to, reach out to you. And I know I'm the last person that you want to talk to on the earth right now, honestly. I didn't want it to go down like this. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't thinking about what I was destroying. I'm not that type of person.
Really?
I'm really
Because on
not.
some real you did that like that is the type of person you are. And I'm going to keep that 100 with you. That was some real bull. You know how you with my family. And at the end of the day, there's really nothing you can say to me to make anything any different. One thing about me, though, is I'm a real-ass woman. And your child has nothing to do with the situation at hand, but the way you maneuvered was on some that I can't with. And that's why I won't talk to you. That's why I hadn't talked to you.
I'll be the first to say, I wish I would have never did that. That's not who I am.
Well, you don't have to try to tell me what you aren't, because all I see is what you've shown me.
I get it.
That's real.
I get it.
So you came to apologize? Is that what you had to say?
Shut up so I can hear.
I guess actions speak louder than words. All I can do is act on my words.
I mean, and that's doing what, though? Like, I'm confused. I mean, this is a far-ass place. We're not in Atlanta. So actions speak louder than words than what? Because when I talk to my mom and I talk to my stepdaughter, because you coming in my place of business, on some real, like, don't nobody, what?
The reason why I did that in the first place is because I wanted to be able to speak to you.
So then I'm confused on what it is you're wanting. You want to apologize, and then what? Because anything else after that has nothing to do with me. You need to be having whatever conversation you need to have with that man. Because at the end of the day, on some real, you a f***ed up individual for doing what you did. I'm not even talking about this whole around but what I can't get past is all the other all these games with these blogs and this bull that you was doing. You posted my child on Instagram. Like that type right there, that's a no-go. Your malicious ass ways, like I can't respect that on any kind of level. And I'm trying to have my moment. Today is an amazing day for me. I've been through a lot, and I want to continue to enjoy my night. I'll see you later.
So, what would you say if a woman kept trying to track you down and eventually tracked you down to have that conversation? What would your perspective be? What would you reply?
I don't know. I think Rasheeda did good. I think probably what Rasheeda said. Like,
Now you see what I mean? Like it didn't make sense. Rasheeda
yeah.
never, it was you coming for me. Why are you coming to my stuff? That's when it
Like,
becomes
what did you have to say? What did she really didn't say nothing?
exactly. That's when it becomes when people are confused, and why I said at the beginning, this has nothing to do with Kirk. Not one response I have will have anything to do with him. Number one, it's not the topic. And number two, she followed her. She followed that girl. She went to that girl's place of business. She put up a picture of that girl's baby on social media. Why are you doing? Leave her alone. She did not do anything to you. What was the purpose? Because what did you actually say? So to me, that's why I was telling you, like on the other one, I know you don't watch it like that, but that's why I was telling you on the other one, like, bro, no, it's different. Like you have to see it to understand, like, what was you were doing this from the beginning to stop being a server at that bar, and you did this on purpose, but you steady saying you didn't. Like on your shit, you're not telling. You chase this girl all the way down while they recording. You don't do this when they not filming. Every time it's when they filming.
Oh, okay.
That's why I'm like, Kirk can't really do nothing about that part. That's why you motherfuckers need to stop doing this stuff, because you create a lifetime of stuff that your partner cannot get away from. Even if they choose to forgive you, you got to also understand anywhere down the line, they could snap and say no more, because that woman keeps pushing, pushing, pushing. And you may have turned out to change, even well, he didn't, but you might have turned out to change. Y'all moving forward, you're doing better, but that other person, you can't control them. So what are you going to do if they continue to try to ruin your home? And that the one you're with who didn't do anything, like she said, I don't have nothing to do with this. What you going to do? So she wants to be your friend. She does. She wants to be that group's friend so bad, because the way that it came out is that they're all at a bar or whatever, a club, and they're all there. She comes in, befriended somebody that worked at the bar who used to date what's the brothers that had the pretty hair? Their mom was on there. Um Little Scrappy or something like that. He went to jail. Oh my gosh, he dated Tony. Is that her name? The one that messed with Tamar Braxton's dude. You know who I'm talking? Tommy. He dated Tommy. You don't know?
Oh, look, I'm like, I don't
Yeah,
know.
right. Is anyway, she befriended one of them to start being able to come into the group. But you already was messing with this married man. Why didn't you stay away from the group? You did things to come into the group. So at the beginning, she walks in with a girl and the girl separates. That's why Rasheeda was saying, and what you doing coming in here with her? Well, she, what is it called? Like bombarded her way in. So that's how they met. They all sitting at the club, and you talking to who you know is Rasheeda's friends, because at this point you didn't seen the show, ho. You seen it. And you, oh yeah, well, I got a baby by Kirk. That's like me sitting there and somebody tell
That's
me,
how it came out?
yes, at the club. She told Carly. But you knew Carly and all of these girls.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? That's like somebody telling me some shit about you. You don't think I'm finna, you got me. Listen, PSA. The girls from Pomona, from the class of 98 and backwards, you don't want to do that. You don't want to, because you don't know who's cool with who. And
Right.
off some real shit, even if I don't talk to him every day, I'm going to still ride for him and I'm going to still say something, because that's just how we are. And I'm probably going to pick up the phone right then and call. And that's why I don't drink when I go out no more, because the old me will pick up something and hit you with it. But now let's fast forward. I didn't put these in order. Of course I didn't. Let me show you what the most recent one was. No, actually, let me go in order. I'll show you what happened next, because, she's the victim and they're so mean to her. And Rasheeda won't call her. Here we go.
One of the elephants in the room for real is like, what is going on now with the defect situation? A defects call, that's a problem. That can get you in trouble. There's no excuses as a parent.
The case got dismissed.
You know?
What I have a problem with is that this is our first time meeting, and maybe it's because of this defect situation. But why are you so concerned now?
I've always been concerned, and I've always loved him since the first day I
heard from you.
You don't have to hear from me, because Cannon knows what's up. That's
So
all
now
that
you
matters.
understand why it's a little weird now. It seems
but
like
you
it's
know
not
it's
as
not weird.
genuine, because
No, it's genuine.
now all of a sudden.
I always been there since I decided to forgive this. If I forgave him, I gotta take everything that comes with it, and that's canon. Y'all figure some out so we can get this boy on track like he need to be on track. It's been too long to be playing these kind of games, guys. Call me, babe, when you do.
You got something else to say?
No, I'm just like, well, I mean, I told you, you can call me anytime. When you need me, call me.
Now that you say that, I'm gonna take your word for it. We'll see.
So if I pick him up from your house and I come to your door, you're gonna be fully dressed, or you're gonna be how you normally be?
How do I normally be?
You came to the door a few times in your birthday suit. You don't
Are
think
you
that's happened?
kidding me?
So that's never happened?
Oh, you making up now. I don't know what you trying to do, what you trying to pull, but it's okay. Cause listen, I don't erase no message.
And I'm not saying it like I've never.
I don't erase nothing. Take this mic off of me. Listen, Kirk is absolutely insane. I have so many messages from Kirk. We can either co-parent like I would like to do in the future, or we can go to war.
So number one, the daughter who helps facilitate the picking up and etc. also verified with Rasheeda that Kirk is not lying. That when she showed up, sometimes she shows up in comes to the door like in a towel or with really small booty shorts. So that's what he means by not being properly dressed. And let's keep it a buck. Her right titty was out the whole time Rasheeda was sitting at the table. Why is your titty out? Why do you got those pants? Like, you doing it right here at the table. Your whole titty is hanging out. So why are you doing all of that? And why is your conversation for Rasheeda? This is the first time I heard from you. You know, I've never talked to my man's baby mamas like that. I mean, they can call me, but if you are a mistress and a baby came from it, I want nothing to do with you.
Exactly. I don't blame.
Is that a fair expectation? What she's
Like, what is
expecting
there
to
for us
be
to talk about? It's nothing for them to talk about. Like she said, talk to Kirk.
right. All I have to do is be a good husband, good wife to my husband, and make sure your child is okay. But I don't have anything. Why does she want to talk to Rasheeda so bad, twin? What is that about?
She must admire her.
Clearly, because she wants that woman's life. She was upset, and notice how she said we can co-parent the way I want to. Well, ma'am, you not having Christmas at your house with him. But what you have had is that the daughter has picked up Cameron and brought him over to their house for the holidays, and he's been able to go over there, but you are not. They don't want you knowing where they live. No, you don't have Rasheeda's phone number, because look at what you did coming in the gate, and you're still not behaving. He's 7, I think, at this point, 7 or 8. So why are you still asking the same fucking thing you asked to begin with? I told you in the beginning, I don't have anything to say to you. Leave me alone. So where's the miss? Has your child come home and said anything is wrong? Are you worried about the care of your child when he's with me? If it's none of those things, Ro, what do they have to talk about?
Nothing. Nothing at all.
Okay. Let's play the next clip.
Hello, Rasheeda.
Hey.
I haven't seen you in years.
I have not.
Good to see you.
You as well.
This is an awkward one for me. No husband really wants to call this type of meeting because it's incredibly awkward to kind of be in this position. I be kind of wanting to figure out a communication, it's a lot of stuff.
But it's the same stuff as before. Do you realize you didn't even attend Cannon's last birthday because where were you at?
That's the same party that I helped pay for and pay for the gifts, correct?
When we was in mediation, do you even remember what we agreed on? Yeah, you don't know because you don't.
I do know. I'm not.
So the agreement was that you get Cannon the 3rd weekend of every month. Do you do that?
No, we didn't really agree to that because the last time...
It's signed on paper.
This is what I just want to say. It's not gonna ever be exactly what you want it to be. But one thing you ain't gonna never, ever, ever have to question or worry about is that boy getting the love and the same treatment as all the other kids when he's around. But I feel like y'all owe it to Cannon for it not to be a nitpick.
I feel like I'm just glad to walk down the street sometime because, I was labeled as America's most up person at one time. Women hate me for what happened with her, but then you have a child involved who needs all of that love.
You're not a victim.
No, it's not about a victim. This is what I get. It's my fault. Yes, I messed up. But one thing we not gonna label me as a bad father.
So, further confirmation, because she didn't deny that they take care of that child. She didn't, and what stuck out for me as a woman is it's not going to look the way that you want it to look, because he didn't show up to the birthday party because he had to work. You knew that you got pregnant by somebody who's in entertainment. So they can't keep a every single week on Wednesday schedule. In addition to, it's not illegal not to. It's just not. And if you're making it difficult for somebody to see their child who already didn't really want the child, that's just reality. Some of those things can happen. I don't feel bad for you, man. I feel bad for the baby.
Right.
But the sister who is grown spends a lot of time with Cameron, and again goes and gets him and brings him over. So she
And
leaves that part out.
that's Kirk's oldest daughter or something?
That's Kirk's oldest daughter. But
Oh, okay.
what she essentially wants is for him to come and get the child, for those two to do it. But if he has older siblings and they can do it, what difference does it make?
Right.
If but she wants it her way. But you heard her say, I get that now. But she's still saying the same things that she wants it her way.
Mm-hmm.
Dear mistresses, and dear, I don't know what a man mistress is called. If you get a woman pregnant who is married, you may or may not see that child the way that you want to, unless it's court ordered. It is not going to be roses. That man is not going to welcome you with open arms. You are not coming to Thanksgiving dinner. School events and things like that, they may leave you out of that schedule. So you better get it on your own, because it's not their responsibility. She just wants to be with him. She wants that family. Me and Mark was having that conversation, and I was telling him, well, he was talking about how on the back end, if a woman is cheating of substance, the man won't want to let her go. So if she tries to break it off and say, I want to choose to work on my family or whatever, the man starts doing all of these things like they can't lose. But I was telling him, with women, it's way worse, because in the beginning, they come out the gate. The reason why you find out is usually from the girl. And she don't let off. This boy is 7 years old. You are getting your child support on time. The girl loves him. They don't put things in social media. Jasmine keeps this shit going. That's why Kirk mentioned, I got to walk down the street and be talked to or treated like I'm not a good father. Well, Jasmine, you did that. So he is the victim of that, because you're lying. You're not telling the truth. I mean, hell, you just sat up here and didn't tell the truth. You don't tell about when they don't get them on a Wednesday, but they get them on another day. Like, it's unfortunate, but you signed up for that. You didn't sign up for a family. You signed up to have your baby. And that is your baby. If he never sees the child again, unfortunately, it's not the law that he has to. It's the law that he has to pay child support. And does that make him a deadbeat father? I have mixed. Now it would, because you decided to be a part of the child's life. But if you signed away your rights at the beginning and paid your child support, I don't think that makes you a bad dad, because we get to decide if we want to be a parent, but the dad doesn't. She just wants to be relevant. She could care less about his relationship with her son. I agree, because in different meetings that she has with going to meet Kirk, to discuss him, even when he was smaller and couldn't understand, why didn't you bring the baby? Because he can't understand. You're not fighting or nothing like that. Why didn't you bring the baby? But you would bring pictures and want to hover over him while you showing him and shit like that. Girl, you done got your body done, and you can't hardly control it. Now you feel like you deserve to be in that space. You're younger. You feeling yourself. Apparently it's giving you enough money to get your body done, because what you do, you worked at a bar. You didn't make enough money to be getting that kind of shit done. And I would prefer that you just say it. Like, ain't no way you finna make all that money and I gotta live like this, and you, whatever sweet nothings he whispered in her ear. No, nope, I'm gonna be on the show. I want my story to be told. I want my son to be recognized. But what's strange, Ro, is Rasheeda don't have her kids on the show like that. Carter, who is a little bit older, they don't even post. Wait, do you think that's strange?
That what?
They don't even post pictures and have their youngest ones on the TV show like that. So she couldn't even come. Even that perspective don't make sense that she wouldn't want her child left out or getting a check or royalties or be able to provide for him or whatever.
Yeah, some people don't be wanting their kids involved in that social media because they know what comes with it. So much negativity when it comes to that.
So then why is she putting hers out there in a negative space? That's kind of my question. Every time you see her, it's something like this. A million women would love to have the father that paid child support, take time with their children or child. Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
She never tells him. It's always like they're doing her so wrong. But did you hear her say that they do that baby wrong?
Nope.
And women don't clock other women and hold women accountable, because why aren't the people around her telling her this? So let me show you. Now she done came for Mendices. So she has started spreading this rumor that Mendices was messing with one of her friends, who also worked at the bar, and he wasn't faithful and all this other stuff.
Now I see why people was coming for it, because I don't watch it, so I was wondering why they was like the leader of the Mistress.
That's why I named it that. I'm like, come on, twin, you know me. I don't care if a woman's not in the wrong, even if she is a mistress, because you can not be in the wrong. And I would say that. I'm like, that's why I was telling you, no, twin, you don't understand every time. And she always, like, Carly is the first one who told Rasheeda what happened or whatever. She got right on the phone and told Rasheeda. She keeps going back to Carly and telling things. So when you do it that you girl, your karma finna be off the hook. Let me tell you bitches something. When you do stuff like this, you couldn't possibly think God is gonna bless you with your own to move forward and have no bumps in the road. Your karma coming back, homie. And you, my dear, you are entering the covenant of a marriage every time you do something to try to hurt their marriage. Let Kirk be his own responsibility. We talking about you. This is why I firmly believe, and it even says it in the Bible, we all got our own role. You accountable too. Watch.
Look, it's part of the Frost cult right here. I know that's right.
Have you met Mendices?
No, I don't look familiar to you?
No.
Oh, okay.
Not at all.
Well, that's interesting.
Whoa.
She worked at the same bar as me, and you have been to both of our bars before.
I came there for liquor, not girls. So I wouldn't recognize y'all.
I would say the same thing if I was you.
Okay. We ever had a conversation?
No, nothing besides like, can I get, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Like, no, I never said it was anything like that.
I wouldn't remember that though.
All I said was that you've been to my bar a couple times. I work at a strip club.
Okay. The conversation we had is to ask for a drink, right?
Right.
That's it. I wouldn't remember that.
All I can do is speak my truth. That's what I've been doing.
All this rumors and stuff that what people saying is not true. This is what I've been saying the whole time. I don't know that girl. I just ordered a drink. Listen, y'all have a great night. Rich, I apologize.
Yeah.
Apologize. See you later. Come on, let's go.
That's why he wanted to go.
I mean, they can leave, but I wasn't done.
You're done.
She's not done.
We done. You go home.
Erica Racine just so happens to be good friends with one of the girls that Mendices is having an affair with. She's scared to come forward, but it's been happening for a while now.
Yeah, she messy. Cause let your friend tell. What? Why do you gotta tell?
What are you scared to come forward for? If you're so scared, then stop. Stop, repent, and move on. What you scared for? You don't have to be scared. Get out of the
company. You don't gotta
covenant.
mess with them no more. So you don't have to mess with them no more. There's no reason to be scared.
If that were true. But you also came up like you was really about to do something, and you left the insinuations there, and he literally asked a straight out question. Have I ever had a conversation with you? What did I do? But you came up like it was something that you needed to get off your chest and all of these things, right with Yandy standing right there. And Yandy gave you the same energy she gave you when you tried to tell at the other club the next time that Kirk was trying to talk to you or whatever. You're not gonna be happy till one of these girls drop you. Because remember on one of the shows, well, they was on a boat on one of the shows, and one of the girls, they was calling her the head of the like Mistress club or whatever at that time, or actually hoes, it wasn't Mistress. And I think it was Tokyo jumped on her. She was popping her shit at Rasheeda, and before he knew it, she clocked her. I was like, every woman could see they self in certain stuff like that. So again, the same way we feel from the P, if you come for one of ours with something like that, you really stepped into the lion's den that you can't expect not to be eaten alive. How dare you? Did she say they're going to Kirk click? But you walking in, so now you got an entourage?
Right.
Why are you at the places these fucking people is at? Why?
But that's why I be wondering. And that's another reason still why I don't watch that stuff now. Cause I still be feeling like it's scripted. Cause how do they know where all these people was gonna be at?
Oh, the producers tell them to start shit. Oh, they'll tell them to do that. That's why some of the reality stars don't come back, because they're like, I specifically said I didn't want this. You know, they present it in a way that is thrown in their face. They don't know that it's gonna happen all the time. They don't know. The person just shows up, but the producer is the one who told them to do it or whatever. Yeah. So they're messy as hell, but they do it trying to create that forced environment, because to your point, this girl don't know where they live, where they frequent, where any of these things are that happen.
Yeah,
But
like a regular person wouldn't be able to move like that because they wouldn't have know where they was at. Then they feeding you all that liquor and all that stuff to make it even worse. Make sure you nice and sauced up and be like, okay, now it's time for you to go in.
Now you see why the OGs probably don't even drink that much no more. They don't really let loose and enjoy themselves. It's like they always ready for what might happen. They don't want to be caught with their dress over their head or fighting. The ones that have sense and got real businesses and they're thinking about being a mother, and they don't want to we're not in our 20s no more. That shit ain't cute. I don't think that they should even allow her to be anywhere near the show. If y'all want to start a show for side bitches or us, start a show for them. But quit making this. That's why these people be leaving these shows. Because I don't think it's fair if this man has moved forward and has stopped doing certain things, and it was actually proven that he did stop, but they didn't show that part. But I saw the family has a podcast, the daughter or something, but the daughter was saying it. The daughter went to talk to Rasheeda herself and the son because they was mad, thinking, why are we even helping if you doing this, Dad? It don't make sense. It's not fair. And he showed his proof. Like, yeah, you talking about this message, but that was from back then. Or something like it wasn't recent. And she talking about it like he just did it yesterday when she bringing it up, and I don't think that's fair, because it's a lot of people in them comments typing how they feel and shit, but your nigga doing the same shit right there. Your bitch doing the same shit. Like, you should be forgiven if you not doing it no more. That shouldn't keep following him and following him and following him. I don't think that's fair, because it hurts the family altogether. Like Rasheeda said, you didn't think about what this was going to do to my family.
Right.
I wish I could take it all back. Girl, no, you don't. We see your titties. We see your butt now. We see your hair be laid. We see you walking in with entourages and with your name brand stuff. Trust me. You so happy that you hit the jackpot with your son that you cannot. And I will be like, I will be saying, I'm so happy. My life has changed. I take it back. I repent. I'll never do it again. I'm not going to be a problem to this woman because she loved my child. Do you think that sometimes somebody could be a good person? You could push them into then saying, I don't want the child around anymore. Go visit them like a central location. I don't want it anymore. I don't want it. Just keep it away from me because I've tried.
I don't think he would do that though.
I don't think either one of them would. Not them. But when you see certain stuff like this, do it.
Well, some people have did that.
Huh?
I said, I believe some men have did that.
I believe they have, but will you see? That's why I'm saying when you see stuff like this, do it make you be like, dang, that's a lot? So
It's a lot to deal with.
I think that's really sad that fathers have to go through that much when some of us have a father that wasn't there at all.
Mm-hmm.
And it's no reason why you can't properly co-parent. I mean, he's active, the siblings love him. Um, he's safe. You could really position your son in the best position because Rasheeda going like she said, I'm gonna love him like I love all the other ones. Mom, some of y'all out there can really hurt. You're hurting your child. Even if somebody eventually snaps and don't want to deal with it for a while, you did that. You can't love your child and do stuff like that.
Yeah.
As a child whose mother didn't do it, when I tell y'all, my daddy ain't shit. However, he was not in the responsibility space. Like my daddy, I remember lowriders, I remember music, I remember when he came around, he was so much fun. And my mom interacted with him like friends and everything. Um, I remember him cooking. I remember certain things, but that man never showed up to a birthday party, never a Christmas, never a school event, never any of those things. And my mama didn't say nothing. My mama didn't say nothing because ultimately that would have hurt us as her girls. You know, why would she have to say your daddy ain't shit? He don't love y'all the way that he should, instead of just allowing us to appreciate him when he was around. I mean,
That's how my mom was too. My mom
yeah.
didn't say nothing bad about my dad either. She never said nothing bad. So
Mhm.
when we got older, she would tell like my friends and stuff when they was having problems with their baby daddies and stuff, like, don't do that to your kids. Like when they get old enough, they be able to see it for themselves. And that's what she let us do. She didn't ever talk crazy about my dad at all. And she literally could have.
Mhm.
She never said nothing bad.
Mhm. Y'all, one time, my daddy probably gonna show up in my dream. If I hear more bounce to the ounce tonight in my head, I know it's him. One time my daddy showed up at the door. I was in elementary, and my stepmom had hit him in the eye with a high heel. And my mama went on and welcomed her friend and come on in. He slept on the couch and she didn't turn him away or nothing. When my daddy went to jail, she'd take us to, that's the most we saw my dad on a consistent basis when my mama took us to there. We grew up and found out, mama, we knew he wasn't shit from the beginning. That's why we told you what in elementary school, please don't make us go over there no more. Because we really at his mama house. Okay, please don't send us over there no more because this man, he building cars and shit. He playing with his friends in the islands. Like, no, don't send us there no more. Okay. Um, but yes, she let us find out, and she listened to your kids because nobody put their hands on us, but we was treated differently. We was treated differently, and I humbly say this, but it's the truth. We were pretty. My little sister had that curly hair. She looked identical to my dad. I even look like my dad, and it's not my biological dad, but I respect the fact that he took me in and he didn't have to. I didn't even find out from him that wasn't my dad. Um, we were people always say we were well behaved. They loved my mom, loved my mom. My mom is the godmother to his nephew's son, my cousin Kevin. We were already intertwined. That's how we grew up. So the bond that we had was different, but it made people not like me looking just like my mom. And it just made them treat us different. So even telling my mom that, we didn't tell her direct things, but we were just like, we don't want it. My sister used to hide in the closet, y'all. And I would, where's Taisha? I let her hide. But my mom listened. After she figured out that was not what we wanted, she didn't make us. Listen to your kids. Don't send them away like, I just need my time off, or no, you still gonna go with your dad. Don't do that, because that will make your kids resent you, and you don't know what's going on and what could hurt you. Am I lying, Taisha? I'm trying to tell you. And it also makes your oldest become super protective as well, because I didn't let my sister move without me. I paid because she was a kid. I mean, I was a kid too, but some of us 80s babies grew up a lot faster than than we had to if you paid attention. I didn't. I paid attention to everything you said to my sister. My sister gonna sit next to me. Pay attention to your kids. I am very grateful that my mom listened to us. Very grateful. Um, did your mom, you guys used to go to Mississippi to see your dad, right? How was it when you went out there with his family?
It was fine. We didn't have no problems with nobody.
Oh, okay.
We actually liked going out there.
Good. Good. And see, there's some experiences that are great and amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Let your kids go to those ones. If it's just an uncle or aunt, let them go to those. Protect your kids the best way you can. They mental. I can remember things that was said to me more than probably if I ever got a whipping, which I don't think that I did, but you remember everything. Please listen to your kids. And if you feel like they too dramatic, pull them to the side and tell you what's wrong. Something's wrong. Because every kid want to go play, be around everybody else. If they don't, something ain't right. So in other words, this bitch is crazy. Your kid is safe and loved. What are you doing? So here is the last clip, and then we will wrap it up. You mistresses got to get it together. You cannot intervene and take over somebody's family. You're never going to have Sunday dinner at the table. You're never going to have him come over and read a bedtime story. You never going to have it where y'all sit there and talk about the memories. You're probably not sitting next to each other at the wedding when the child get married. Those are things that you decided to forfeit when you decided to move forward. You knew that it was going to look different. So create the best environment, pray for the best environment, and appreciate the best environment. That's it. Here we go.
You know Yandy, right?
I do not know yet.
Okay, so let me make the introduction. Yandy, Jasmine, Yandy.
Hi, I'm Jasmine. So, what is it?
What's going on? What's been up? I heard you've been spilling tea about Kirk.
Yeah, girl. So, Kirk has been trying to have affairs with me. I have proof. And honestly, I didn't even want to do this. I would have never did this if he would have never said that I'd be answering the door in my birthday suit. So that's when I was like, you want to lie on me? I'm going to tell the truth on you.
I'm boiling inside. Don't you think that's a conversation that was better had with Rasheeda?
No, she's never reached out to me about nothing. She's never had no concern with my son up until a couple weeks ago.
Let me help you to understand something. When your son is over at that house, she's nurturing him. When your son is in their care, you
which
really
is like once every 3 months.
So this is before she started turning her attention to Mendices. So
okay.
This is right before. This is the one where you and I saw it and you was like, where she was saying she was being treated wrong. That's the actual clip. What place did that have there?
None.
Talking to my friend.
Like, you could have, like they said, like Yandy said, like, what do we have to do with this? You could have told this to Rasheeda. But she knew they was gonna say something to Rasheeda. That's why she said it.
And Yandy didn't. Cardi did. Why didn't Cardi is the oldest out of all of them? Why
do she messy? That's why.
Do you think that's a real friend?
I won't say that she not. She just a messy friend. Because I think I would be mad if somebody did tell my friends that and they did and nobody didn't tell me. I think I would be mad. So yeah, I mean, Yandy just probably don't want to be involved, but they know that long as they got Cardi there, that it's gonna get back to the sources.
I also think that it's a time and a place. So here's why I don't think you're my friend if you do something like that. Do you know how many people could hear you at that club? And if you truly were thinking about me, because you keep saying I'm sorry and you saying she don't ever reach out. So why do you keep doing things that you would think would make her reach out?
Right.
You get what you don't, why you don't just reach out to her directly and say, hey, I wanted to let you know because when I initially met you, I told you This is not me. I've done everything since then to respect and honor your marriage. I want you to know that this is what I should have did to begin with. I'm sorry, Rasheeda. He's reaching out to me, and I told him no. Why couldn't you do that? Not in a club. Other people can hear. It's going to be on air. Why not do it that way, bro? But you want me to respect you, and you keep saying she don't reach out to me. For what?
Oh, yeah, for what? What does she need to reach out to her for? You need to only really be in contact with Kirk.
Unless Rasheeda's saying I'm coming to pick up the baby, or
Right.
unless you need Rasheeda to go get the child from school. But at this point, based on their family structure, they have so many older kids that are right there that you honestly and respectfully could actually leave her alone. You could go to them first because they've offered themselves first. They together as a family have developed what the plan will look like. And the daughter actually orchestrated it because Kirk didn't see the child for a minute, but the daughter did because she was like, that's my sibling. You know, you all didn't raise us like that. So I want to see him. So she was involved first. So if you know that not only the siblings are being involved, they came up with a plan as a family. They didn't need to include you in that plan. I think she's getting it. But this is where some women think that they have a right to say what goes on while you have the child, and they don't. If we sit down as a family and then you just know that everything is taken care of, we don't have to tell you. I think she want a play-by-play from them, or I think she want Kirk to call and say, oh, I'm going to be out of town. Oh, I'm doing this. Oh, I'm doing that. You're not his wife. That's not your business. If an emergency happens, can you get a hold of him? Yes. That's it.
Yeah.
And she goes and comes. It was another clip where he went over to try to talk to her mom, who had him more. So he was like cussing and doing all these other things that was letting him get away with stuff because he's the only kid. And Kirk went over there to talk, and she popped up. You think they're going to talk to you without me? No, they're not going to talk to you without me. Well, he didn't want to talk to you.
Right.
He wanted to talk to them. So what you get, but it was okay. Stick a pin right here. It was okay when he was talking to his daughter without him. You didn't say, no, we shouldn't talk. No, you shouldn't see Cameron. No, you shouldn't bring him around until when Kirk is ready. You popped up on your own when they went out of town because you were ready. Girl, it's how long? How long? Nobody likes you because this is what you keep showing up as. At this point, women are very forgiving.
Yeah, that's one thing I don't think I could forgive. I just don't think I could.
I mean, like in forgiving her, like, you know, at a certain point, we will say things like, well, you was young, you didn't know, but all of this time, and it's getting worse and worse and worse and worse.
I don't think it would even have to get to that point because I don't think that I would have forgave my husband. So I don't, all this extra stuff wouldn't even.
But you would have to still deal. Y'all both got kids. They're going to see each other.
Yeah, I would have to
if you wanted to raise.
Yeah, I would have to deal with you for our kids, but I don't got to deal with you in that other baby mama and the son.
Also, you wouldn't deal with the baby mama and the son at all to make sure all
I'm
the
not
kids
dealing with the husband no more either.
Well, how the kids gonna get? The kids.
I'm just saying we would be divorced after that. I don't think that a husband having a child on me. I don't think that I could forgive him for that. So yeah, we got a co-parent for our child, but I don't got to deal with nothing with you and her and y'all son at all.
Oh, so as y'all, they say my child's sibling. I'm keeping me and my child over here.
I mean, when he's around you, when he's around you, he'll see his sibling. But no.
I don't think it's nothing wrong with that. There is a lot of heartache attached to that. It is a lot of heartache attached to that. So if somebody cannot move forward with that, if somebody has their things that they need in place, you already know how I feel about that. I don't like it when people say it's not the kid's fault. Well, it's not my motherfucking fault either. And I need to make sure I'm okay. I'm not saying that that's the dad's responsibility, not mine. I don't have to do this. Leave me alone. And I don't think it's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, I don't. And I would never say like, oh, you can't be around your sibling or nothing.
I'm just not gonna facilitate.
Yeah, I'm not.
I don't think there's nothing wrong with that, Ro. I really don't. I don't. Women need to take better care of their mental health, and all of these sayings that we have lived by, like if you love him you'll stick by him, if you love him you'll forgive him. What about the kids? The kids come first. No, I come first, because
Right.
if I am not okay, my child can't be okay, because guess what, I have one. Now this child that you have had, not only have you and them, they got me too, so they got three and my child got one. I got to make sure I'm okay so I could be okay for my child. I'm not saying my child can't be around. I'm saying I'm not facilitating, orchestrating, or putting anything together that I don't fucking sign up for. It's not fair. And I don't see nothing wrong when do you understand what type of fucking hurt that has to be for it to I know how I have been hurt, and it wasn't televised. It wasn't no baby. It wasn't none of that. When a woman is in love with you, loves you, and does everything she can to be her best, and you not only cheat on her, but you change the trajectory of the rest of her fucking life.
Right.
When did she get a minute to hit?
That's why I'm like, she good, because it couldn't be me.
She's very good. She's very good. And I don't think nothing's wrong if you choose to stay and you can't stay. Everybody has their different thing. But I can't say that at this point I wouldn't have jumped over that table and beat her ass, because every time, just her walking, and it's always just oh, girl, your karma gonna be something else, little girl. Your karma gonna be something else. Rasheeda is not your friend, little girl. Rasheeda don't owe you nothing.
At
Stop,
all.
stop going where her friends are. Stop telling all y'all business on this thing, and stop thinking that you have an excuse. If he wouldn't have said that, I wouldn't have did this. Bitch, you was gonna do that regardless, because you came out the gate doing shit like posting pictures of your child next to Rasheeda's youngest child when that baby, when you tried to come out and say they look alike and whatever. Let the DNA test be the DNA test. You posting a picture of her baby, you come into her place of business, and then if she snap and choke your ass out, then you're gonna want to sue her and
Right.
stuff like that. Like, girl, bless and protect that baby, because sometimes we got to pay for the sins of our parents, and he don't deserve it. And make sure that the people don't call you about your child no more, ma'am. Okay, focus on that. Focus on getting his butt to school on time, and him not cussing and cutting up, being a little only child, being a little only child, because he's just as cute as can be, but he's an only child, for sure. So that's it for me, child. She don't get no grace from me. I don't like her, and when I see her coming, I'll be like, "Where's Tokyo? Ain't nobody gonna pop her. Nobody. Bueller, anyone, anyone." Okay. Any final words from you, Rose?
No. Look, I'm like, no, no. No.
No.
I'll be tonight.
That's it tonight. Okay. Now that you've seen it all, you like, well, that ain't even all of it. Those are just the one, because you can only, play so many, but she got more, girl. It's a mess. Always in their territory. I can't imagine somebody walking up where me and my friends or me and my sisters.
Yeah, that's why I'm like, oh, I don't have nothing to say, because none of it is good. So now.
Right. Like, somebody need to teach you a lesson, little girl. But on Thursday, we will be back, and we are going to play MASH as our opener, the game we used to play when we was kids. I want you to bring a paper with you so you can write down the answers as closely as you can remember to when you were like in junior high or high school. And then let's play the game and see if we ended up in real life with what the game said. And then I don't know what the topic will be. I don't know yet, but on next Tuesday, I got a surprise. I forgot I had a sister that works in legal and actually works with California Reform for Prison. Actually, so she is going to be coming to talk about some of the propositions. I wanted to see if we had them right and if we were looking at them right. And I can tell you that on Prop 33, I think it was. Which one? No, Prop 36. Prop 36, the one about the fentanyl. Well, that's a part of it. We did have like our thought process right, and that we're supposed to vote no on it. But she's going to come and speak a little bit more so that we know how to vote and at least know what to consider when we vote. So Thursday will be light, and then today was light as well. So you can have a little break. Where can we catch you, Rose?
Tomorrow, I don't know because I have something to do with Amir if I'm even be able to do tomorrow. But if so, I don't know what I'm talking about because I don't even know if I'll be home.
Okay, so Rose would probably, if she's not on tomorrow, then she's definitely going to be able to tell me what to do for Thursday. Because my head was hurt. I just came from Louisville to see my uncle. He's one of the coaches. I love him. I do. I got to spend time with family. Tell you all about it on Thursday. That's it from us tonight. Enjoy yourselves. Thank you for joining. Like, share, and subscribe on the way out. Bye-bye.